Do you want to know how to solve the number one thing that's killing your cold email? That's got to be email deliverability. This is the secret to get 98% email deliverability with 6-step method. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to ensure that you will know exactly what your deliverability is, what the problems could be, and exactly how you can solve them. So, cold email deliverability, the biggest challenge of 2025 is that all of us are sending a lot of emails at one time. It has become drastically smarter to be able to detect what is either spam, what is being sent out, what are mass emails being sent out that could be detected and then blocked for emails to hurt your deliverability and your email reputation. So here are the top 6 steps to be able to solve that. So first things first, going into brilliant copy, problem-solving product, and targeted prospects. These are the top 3 things you have to have in mind before really getting into the deliverability rates, making sure that you have good copy that's actually being sent out. You're actually solving a problem and not just spamming people on a sale, begging them to buy from you. You're actually delivering value and that you're targeting the right people. So for the 6 core practices that transform your email campaigns, we're going to go over here: diversified infrastructure, your script optimization, inbox rotation and warming, monitoring and maintenance, domain management, and campaign configuration. So for diversified infrastructure, creating your foundation is the first pillar that you need to have established. So you can either create SMTP emails, you can do Google emails, which is Gmail accounts, or you can even do Outlook emails. You can really do this one of 2 ways. One way is by once you buy the domains, you can go in, set up the account, set it up to a Google workspace, a Microsoft workspace, your own domain for SMTP, or you can use something like Scaled Mail. They'll be able to show you exactly how they do the process. They'll warm up the emails for you and then be able to build it from there. So for this, I recommend Scaled Mail. I have further videos going into more detail on it as well and how you'll be able to implement that. But that essentially just automates this part of the process to make sure that you have your infrastructure and your foundation of your email campaign set up correctly. Next is script optimization. Make sure you're spell checking. Make sure you have the exact right wording that you want to use and be able to just go above and beyond. So advanced text spinning. So something that you could do, particularly with this, we have, create virtually unlimited variations. So these are just spin taxes. We can get into spin tax into a different video altogether for more in-depth examples of what this is going to look like. If you do want an example of that video, feel free to comment here and I'll just make sure to be able to make that as soon as possible. But spin taxes are essentially going to be able to put in variations of different types of messaging you want within one email. So instead of having 3 of the same email that just have 1-word differences, you're able to just create those spin taxes to ensure that you're not sending out the exact same message every time, which is going to get detected by a Gmail or by Outlook, and that's going to bring you more into spam. Spam word avoidance. You can be able to go into Smart Lead and be able to check out exactly what that spam is going to be, and then from there, you can be able to understand if you are using spam words. Some spam words may include free, buy, guarantee, offer, things of that nature. So here inside of Smart Lead, you can see that there is a spam checker if you're using specific words like buy, guarantee, sale, marketing. You can see here that these are very specific spam words that you don't want to be using. It will tell you that these are going to be detected by spam. So specifically when you are using Smart Lead, I would recommend using the spam checker to make sure that you are using ones that are going to be good. Readability is also very helpful for just being able to word it correctly. But here in this example, just use spam checker. Next is powered personalization. You can use AI to personalize your messages, but what I do recommend is overall being able to run through all of your messaging, comb through the AI nonsense, and then be able to create authentic messaging that you can be able to have as your own. Our third practice focuses on inbox rotation and warming protocols that most marketers completely misunderstand. The traditional approach of buying email accounts and immediately blasting thousands of those messages just does not make sense anymore. Modern email providers track sending patterns meticulously, and suddenly volume spikes are instant red flags. Professional operators use sophisticated rotation systems that might seem excessive but produce remarkable results. Instead of using every available account simultaneously, they maintain roughly twice as many accounts as needed for active campaigns. Half the accounts handle current sending, while the other half warm up for future use. This rotation system extends account lifespan significantly and provides crucial backup. So really just make sure that you have some on the back burner to be able to replace those emails that you currently have in, because the problem if you do not is if all the emails that you have sending go to spam, then you have to go back, buy new domains, make those new email accounts, and you waste 2 weeks waiting for those to warm up while you can do absolutely nothing. If you have the warm up accounts, then you can be able to build those out and send those while you're buying the new domains. But warming isn't a one-time event. Even established accounts require ongoing maintenance through consistent sending patterns and engagement monitoring. Dramatic changes in sending volume, frequency can trigger reviews that damage your reputation. So account ramping deserves special attention, especially because many operations doing this fail. Temptation to maximize the volume from your email accounts can ultimately hurt you in the long run. So monitoring and maintenance represent really the fourth crucial method here, which is to continuously monitor these things. Really, deliverability isn't something you set up once and forget about. Email environments change constantly. Algorithms update regularly, and what works today might fail tomorrow without proper oversight. Regular performance audits should examine multiple metrics beyond simple open rates. Bounce rates, spam folder placement, response rates, and reputation scores all provide crucial insights into account health and campaign performance. Tools like Mail Tester, things where you can be able to just go in, see your reputation. Smart Lead has its own reputation as well. If you use Scaled Mail, like I mentioned at the beginning, you can even check in with the Scaled Mail team and tell them to do a review on your domains. So that's why I'm pushing Scaled Mail so much. I don't really even have a referral link for it where I really profit off of this. It's really for the benefit of, I just like automating this because it can get very technical when you are doing your domains. So I like to personally have this automated by the Scaled Mail team because you can always refer to them and you constantly have someone representing the more technical parts of cold email, especially if you're not that kind of person. So that's really why I recommend those for people that are looking to just, of course, have a continuous list that has high sender deliverability. So last is campaign configuration details that matter. So it's minor, seems minor, but have major impacts on your deliverability outcomes. These settings often receive minimal attention, but they can make or break otherwise solid campaigns. Open tracking might seem like valuable data, but it's actually counterproductive for cold email campaigns. The tracking mechanisms require open rate detection are identical for spam operations. So what you're doing when you're trying to track open rate is you leave a tiny link inside that's going to be able to monitor if someone opened the email or not. But that link is the same effect as if you're sending someone a link to click on within any email, which is detected by Gmail or Outlook as spam. So when you take out the open rate detection, it's the same thing as taking out those links, which then provides plain text format, HTML, that you can then use to be able to just have more natural language so it's not detected as spam as much. So really recommend sending as plain text format and not detecting open rate. Most importantly, these teams understand that deliverability isn't a destination but an ongoing process. Email environments evolve constantly, requiring continuous adaptation and optimization. What works perfectly today might need adjustment next month as providers update their algorithms or change their policies. The cost of this getting wrong has never been higher. Poor deliverability doesn't just mean lower response rates, it can destroy sending reputations so thoroughly that recovery becomes virtually impossible. Domain blacklisting, IP reputation damage, and account suspensions can set your business back months or even years. But the rewards for getting it right are equally dramatic. When your emails consistently reach primary inboxes, everything else becomes easier. Your response rates improve, your conversion costs decrease, and your business growth accelerates. Really just makes it very simple to test and just being able to avoid all kinds of problems where you're not understanding the exact method or science of if these campaigns are succeeding because you don't even know if it's getting to their inbox. You're competing on the value of your offer and the quality of targeting rather than fighting just to be seen. Choice is yours, but the window for implementing these practices is shrinking. Email providers continue tightening their filtering mechanisms, making it increasingly difficult to achieve good deliverability without professional level systems and processes. The businesses implementing these practices now will have significant competitive advantages over those who are just using outdated processes here. So remember, perfect campaigns mean nothing if they never even reach the person you're going for. You'll have the foundation necessary for cold email success in today's increasingly challenging environment, but each element becomes more manageable when you understand its purpose and implement it systematically and ultimately correctly. So your business deserves better than emails that disappear into those black holes. Take control of the deliverability and destiny by implementing these and just taking some advice from exactly how you can be able to deliver your cold emails through the strategies within Smart Lead, as well as using scaled mail. You don't have to use these systems, but things that I recommend generally. If you want to learn more about how to do the entire cold email process that I've taught many people, I'll leave the video that you can then see to be able to see the exact process that we run for teams.